full of athletes.
Yeah, God has been great.
That's what's up. So
Yes,
what's
yes,
going on with you taking your Shahada in the middle of taking your Shahada, right?
yes, yes. That's
That's the
I'm
alhamdulillah. So how did that decision come about?
well, I've always had that's what I'm where my heart has always been. You know what I mean? I'm a very God fearing man. Uh, uh, I grew up. My dad, my parents were Baptists,
Okay.
but I mean, I have some friends that have always have made a great impression on me because they're just what Islam does is it puts a light around it puts a light around an individual that something is special about them, right? You
Hmm.
just I noticed that it was something special, and with um, with Islam, embracing Islam at a time in my life that we have everything going on, and me having no other person to say that this has happened. Like people will say to me, well, tell us, how did it happen, or things are going so great for you. What happened in your life? Only answer I could is that it's God. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And then so like I said, for my friends that I'm up around, and who I've seen, just carried in a way that what I mean, that I found that it was something special. So it attracted me even more to Islam. So I've been studying, and I plan on taking my Shahada and observing Ramadan and everything for the first time.
Yeah. So Ramadan is this year in April. That's amazing. This be your first
Yes,
one.
it'll be
Okay.
my first one. Yes, yes.
That's
Yeah,
definitely
so
amazing.
yes, yeah,
So
and I feel
how the
good.
kids feel about that?
Well, Sean, we go to Juma together, me and Sean.
Nice.
And Sean, one of the cook bars, they talked about how sometimes in your household it will be, um, you can sometimes be the only Muslim in your household, and that's okay. You just continue to have faith, and then let let God touch, the rest of the house. So, Sean kind of, he wears it like pride that that me and him are the only Muslims in the house, right? But we look to
And
maybe take my
how
daughter.
old is Sean? Is that the one that's 11?
11, yeah, that's the one that's 11.
Oh
Yes,
wow, he's going to Juma with you?
yeah, hmm every Friday.
That's amazing. Is he
Yeah,
going to fast for Ramadan?
you know what? I don't know if he's going to fast. We haven't talked about it. I've been kind of like, just because, like I say, with my friends, they tell me how 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 much discipline it is to fast
Yeah.
and everything. So I'm kind of just wrapping myself up and getting ready for it, and hopefully being a great example to him.
Mhm.
You know what I mean, of what to do.
It's always been the hardest for me to fast when it's like when it gets dark late.
Uh-huh.
The first few days is hard, you're tired, but after a
Hmm.
while you kind of get into the flow of it. And good thing is it's a blessing that it's in April.
Right,
So, it
right,
gets dark a little bit earlier, but that's just the first few days are always rough. But after that, it flows.
right. So how long have you been a Muslim?
I was born one. Born Muslim.
Oh,
Yeah, my real
oh,
name is
oh.
Muslima. That's what my mother named
Okay,
me.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. That's
So,
good. I
yeah.
noticed that you have a presence about yourself as well, too. So, and
Oh,
and that's what definitely attracts me to Islam, is the goodness in it, and I think it's a lot of misconceptions
it
about it. You
is.
know what I mean? But that's what attracts me to, is the wonderful people that I've met, that you know what I mean, have been open with me and sharing. And I think that's one of the pillars of Islam, is to share.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So,
Absolutely. That's
yes,
amazing. I'm proud of
yes,
it. I can't wait to see your progress.
yes, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Wait to see your progress. So, do you guys have a date for Devin? You think is it April or so maybe?
Well, that's what we're hearing. We're hearing maybe April, the end of April.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So we're in the process of negotiating an opponent.
Okay.
Eddie Hearn has told me that he's been negotiating with Jorge Linares.
Okay.
I've
That's a
been
good opponent. It's a good
Yeah,
name.
yeah, that's a good name. Of
Yeah.
course, I've been hearing a lot about Javier Fortuna, who's
Oh
who's
yeah.
also who's also
Yep.
in the mix, and so we're just anxious to get back in there. The world will see an even more complete fighter in Devin. I'm anxious to see. I'm anxious for him to show the world how much better he has gotten, and that's what you can always appreciate is a young fighter getting better. And that's the only
Absolutely.
thing that you
Yeah,
can do.
that's right. I've never seen him out of shape ever, even
No,
like in between fights.
right, right.
So has he always been like that?
Yeah, he's a very disciplined and focused young man. That's why he's the youngest promoter in boxing, and right now he's the youngest world champion. And I think that attributes to his work ethic. Being here in Las Vegas, growing up in Las Vegas, we're originally from Oakland.
Yeah.
We're born in Devin was born in the Bay,
Mm-hmm.
and then we moved to Las Vegas, and he got a chance to see Floyd Mayweather up and close, and of course, being around Floyd and seeing Floyd, it's like growing up watching Michael Jordan, because
Yeah.
Floyd is the Michael Jordan of the sport. So
Mm-hmm.
he the whole Mayweather family have been very impressionable on him, and they've shared a lot with us. So we can't thank them enough always.
I was just about to ask you that. Other than just the watching his skill set, it's the business too side of boxing that Floyd is amazing at.
Absolutely, absolutely. We tend to call it the green print. You know what I mean? He's put the green print down, and a lot of promoters and alike, they tend to not appreciate the fact that of Devin's his wherewithal with business. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And but I think as we evolve as a people, and man continues to get better, and so as Devin is doing better than maybe say Floyd was able to do at
Mm-hmm.
22, so
Mm-hmm.
will someone else come along
That's right.
that will follow Devin's blueprint. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, and then so that's what we always wanted to do was be an example of father and a son staying together,
Mm-hmm.
and putting the lick down for real, robbing the bank.
Right. So, and I see he liked nice things, like Floyd. So that's I see it
Yeah,
already. Like, okay,
yeah, yeah. When he say he's reincarnated, I mean, I think
he
I think
definitely
he's
liked
took
nice things. So
that. Yeah. I think he's took that thing to heart.
that's definitely what's up. So what's up with the? Did you how'd you feel when he got the monkey? Cause that
No, I was so scared and nervous for him. Just because if the monkey should have bit someone, or
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, then it would have been a problem as well. So unfortunately, did you hear about the monkey?
No.
The monkey passed. The
Oh
monkey,
my God. So
yeah.
when?
Um, Shit, I don't know if I was supposed to be telling the news. I didn't
Oh
know if
shit.
he'd
Oh,
ever told anybody, but
I didn't
but yeah,
know.
I think that was maybe about a week or two ago or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, and it was like it was during, and he couldn't take him to he wasn't able to take him to like you have to go to like a exotic pet vet or something like that,
What
and
really?
it was like, and it was on a Sunday. It was on a Sunday, and he was like he kept bringing him back, like actually just bringing the monkey back to life with, believe it or not, the same, you know, mouth to mouth resuscitation, like
Seriously?
like blowing into the monkey, like open the mouth,
Oh.
blow into him, yeah. And I think it was like one or two times the monkey had came back, and then like the third time he didn't.
Oh, I'm so
But
sorry.
it wasn't.
I
It
definitely
was
didn't know
Devin.
that.
It was a guy on Devin's security team that was actually the one that was bringing the monkey back to life or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't actually
Mm.
Devin doing it, but
That monkey was smart as hell.
I
Like,
know, I know, I know. I think he's talking about getting another one, but right now, you know what I'm saying? He's
yeah, it takes a
focused on the
lot
fight. Yeah,
to actually have a monkey. 'Cause I have a dog, so and that monkey like it
yeah,
was way more to handle than having a
yeah.
dog.
But
So
it was just losing the monkey for him was just as traumatic as you losing, the dog or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because he
mm,
had grew accustomed to the monkey
yeah,
being there and stuff. So,
of course you get used to it.
hmm yep, absolutely.
So what made y'all decide to make the move from the Bay to Vegas? Like why Vegas?
Oh, because you get more of a bang for your buck in terms of, the housing and everything
Mm-hmm.
like that. I wanted them to grow up, different than I did. The houses are very small in Oakland, really close together. You know what I mean? You don't have the swimming pools and all the stuff that you're able to get here, at affordable price. So we moved here, and along with, you know what I mean, it's not as violent
Yeah,
here as it is in Oakland. So yeah, I just wanted them to have a better start.
absolutely, definitely. Are you a Warriors fan?
I'm definitely a Warriors
Let me
fan.
ask you, wait. Are you a Steph Curry fan? You've been a Warriors fan since they had Chris Mullin and Tim Hardaway. Which
Oh
one?
yeah, yeah. Run TMC.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. I had a job at the Oakland Coliseum when I was really young. You could go to the Coliseum, and you go under the tunnel, and then you wait around. There would always be a bunch of kids, and then they would come and pick you, and then they would let you work for the day. And it was either like you could sell peanuts, you could sell malts, or something like, whatever, Coca-Cola or whatever. So, you know what I mean? I've always been a big fan of the Warriors, the A's, and the Raiders. So the
Nice,
Raiders
nice.
the Raiders are here in Las Vegas
Yeah, in
right
Las
now.
Vegas
So
now, so that's good for you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I haven't got a chance to go in the stadium or anything, but it's a state of the art stadium, and you can pass it on the 15. It's just a beautiful stadium, but I haven't been in there yet.
Yeah, I heard it was nice. Did you watch AJ and Vrona's comeback?
I did, and you know what? It's funny because he's uh he's taken a lot of flack for. I mean, he's open and honest about his trials and his tribulations that
Mm-hmm.
he's been going through. You know what I mean? And having a two year layoff, and actually going through the things and getting over the things that he did. I mean, I feel bad because,
Yeah.
with other fighters, they've been put on pedestals for going through trials and tribulations. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yep.
They've whether it be health, mental issues, whether it be alcoholism or drugs. You know what I mean? To rebound, so to see AB rebound from those things and to get in the ring after 2 years, you know, um, it's commendable. I
Yep.
don't I don't I don't feel that he lost the fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't feel that. I don't think Santiago did enough to beat him.
Absolutely.
At the very least, it could have been a draw. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But
Yeah.
in that case, when you have a fighter like Santiago who stood to win so much by beating the AB, then you know what I mean. And he didn't beat him up. Then you
Exactly. He
then
didn't really
then
take the fight.
he didn't
Exactly.
really take the fight. So then in
Exactly.
that case, then you give it to AB. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
And to
Rightfully
look
so.
and to be as sharp as he was after 2 years, I was satisfied because I know it's gonna take a couple of fights to get his rhythm back. And I get so
Absolutely.
much hate for supporting him, but I'm not gonna stop because we gotta support our own. And you see so many boxers of other races go through stuff like that, and they put, like you said, put them on a pedestal. But when it's one of us, this is what
Hmm.
they do. So I'm gonna support him and I'm root for him, and I hope that as the fights go on, that he'll progress and he'll be better mentally too. So,
Absolutely. And he's a showman and an entertainer.
so you
Um,
gonna watch
that
him?
Yeah, you're gonna watch him. And listen, I mean, even my mom, everybody, I was looking over there at her, and she was just tickled by AB. I'm talking about she just loved to hear him talk shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, so you know what I mean. Like, yeah, you want to bring him back.
That's right. Let me ask you about boxing today. Do you think that with all the promotion company, the politics, that we really gonna get to see the fights that we want to see, like the lightweight division, like them fighting
Um,
each other?
Well, just like any other division, what I would like to do is stop the misconceptions that fighters aren't in control of
Mm-hmm.
of who they fight and what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like that's to me that's taking us back to the horse and buggy days. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? If fighters aren't in control of who they fight and when they fight now, well, when are they going to be in control? And why is it fighter after fighter keep signing to these deals and keep saying these same things about the promoters? Um, that's why Devin is the youngest promoter in the game, because we didn't want to come in the game with that excuse. That's not an excuse that we go back to our roots. We go back to Oakland and then say, oh, we can't fight this person because it's Eddie Hearn, or because it's this person or that person. No, that sounds weak, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? If you don't want to fight the person, or you're not ready to fight the person, that's one thing. And similar to what Ryan Garcia has said about Devin. He didn't say. I mean, because you can't say it. I mean, when he says he's looking to fight Pacquiao or he's looking to fight Tank, but then you say that you can't fight Devin, then that would be a that wouldn't be right, right? So
Mm-hmm.
what he says is that he will fight Devin. He feels that Devin is one of the best out of the group, and not excluding Pacquiao,
Mm-hmm.
which I guess was just I don't know if that fight was for real or not.
I
But
hope
what he
not.
said was, yeah, right. But what he did say was that he felt that Devin was the better out of the in the lightweight division,
Okay.
and he would fight him last. Which you know what I mean. Which you can't get mad at a person for that.
No.
Only thing I say then is if you fought the eliminator and you're in that position, then and you're not ready to fight him next, then move out the position, move out from being the interim champion, move out from being Devin's mandatory, and let someone else move in that position, and
Mm-hmm.
then we deal with that. So you talk about fighters like Teofimo Lopez, who who says he's the king of the division, who beat uh, who beat someone that they said is a pound for pound great, and then you say that you got to do something other than make the fight that the people want to make, sounds ludicrous to me. You see? So
But the Ryan thing really, because Devin said he's the mandatory, so that really should have been the fight that they should have been talking about. But he wasn't even in the mix. It was Tank. It was then some random shit with Pacquiao. So that's what
right,
I'm like. That doesn't, what.
right.
So
Which when fighters should not say that they're not able to go and tell the promoter the fight that they want to make at the championship level. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that the fights should be made, but the fighters don't want to make them. You know, I don't think it's the promoters.
so do you think that honest opinion, are we ever going to see Spence and Crawford?
I sure would like to see
Me
them.
too.
You know what I'm
Everybody
saying?
would.
Yeah, but one thing about them as well is that they're two bosses. They're two
Yeah.
bosses at
Mm-hmm.
the top of the game, and I think that if they sat down and talked like bosses do, just why does Eddie and why does Eddie and Bob talk, right, about business with Earl and Terrence? Why not Terrence and Earl sit down and talk? And I'm
That's
not
what
the first
everybody's
person to
saying.
say that.
Everybody's
That's
saying
the
that.
same thing that
Yeah.
Mike Tyson said as
Yeah.
well. Because, this time will come to pass, and they'll look back on it, when they got their grandkids, and they'll say, oh man, that was so immature of us to be mad at each other or fighting with each other when we had a chance to make millions and millions of dollars together. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
win or draw, win or lose for either fighter, it will be amazing fight, and they stand a chance to making it one of the biggest events in this era.
Yeah.
Out
Huge.
of the Floyd man. Yeah, it would be a huge fight.
Yeah. Yeah. It might be close to Mayweather and Pacquiao because that's the fight that everybody wants to see.
Right. And we don't want that. We don't want it to slip away in terms of everyone just kind of like get over it. You know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
I've been hearing them trying to push certain people trying to push the narrative that, oh, that fight is over with. We don't want to even see that
Mm-hmm.
fight. I personally do. I want to still see it. You know what I'm
So do
saying? And I
I.
think a lot of people do too.
I mean, they both still in their prime. Why wouldn't we want to see it? They're not over the hill, so I want to
Right.
see it too. So let's.
Absolutely.
And they both undefeated, so let's get it going now.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you
Both
don't
of
want
them
to
are
wait. You
dogs.
remember when Hearns and Leonard fought the second time? It was what? How many years? 8 years from the first time. Then it was like, okay,
Right.
nobody wanted to see it. So
No, that's a great example. That's just what I'm talking about in terms of the fight. You know what I mean? Being over promoted, right?
hmm
This fight has been promoted in a way, and it truthfully, like, it's not a lot that the promoters have been doing to promote it. I think it's a lot of what what Terrence and what Earl have done, and
hmm
what the people, you know what I mean, because we have this social media thing going on that has promoted that fight. So
hmm
you know what I mean. It just, I don't want them guys to lose out on the opportunity to make a ton of money.
Absolutely. Well, I'm not gonna hold you too long. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I appreciate you having me on,
Of
because
course.
not because I remember the first time Devin fought in Philly. I remember you being there. Do you
Yeah,
remember
he was
Devin
an
there?
amateur. He wasn't
He
even a
was an
pro
amateur.
yet.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was on the
First
pro.
time.
You remember that?
Yeah, yeah. It was a pro-am fight, and he Devin
Yes, it was
was
a
an amateur.
pro-am car. He
He
was
was an
like
amateur on
17,
there.
I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right, Queen. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate Philly. One day, I hope Devin. Not one day. I hope that Devin has another fight out there because we get so much love in Philly, man. We love it out there.
So do I. I live in Jersey, but Philly's like my second home. I'm always over there. So
Oh, okay. I thought you were from Philly.
everybody think I'm from Philly because I'm always over there, but I'm from Jersey.
Oh,
So
you from Jersey?
I'm from
What part of
Jersey.
Jersey? You from
I
Newark?
live in down by the shore. So
Okay, down by the shore.
yeah, I live down
Okay,
by the shore. But I'm
yeah.
from Hillside area by Newark
Okay, yeah,
over
yeah.
there. Yeah,
Well, we love Shakur. We
of
love Shakur,
course.
and you know what I'm saying, and what he's doing. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean. I think that fight. I think they've been talking about him and Valdez, right?
Yes,
That
I hope, and I
that would
hope.
be
You
a
know
oh
what?
that.
He's been asking for Valdez since he was a featherweight. Not even just Saturday. He's been asking for Valdez. So I remember him asking for him when he didn't even have a lot of fights. So I think that
Man,
he's gonna school Valdez, but
man, Shakur
I might be
Shakur been a
biased, but
bad
I don't know.
man. Shakur been a bad boy for a long, long time. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that would be a hell of a fight. And you see the kind of fighter he is. He'll see something that everybody else will think is impressive, and he'll say, "Well, give him to me." You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Him and
Yep.
him and Devin, him and Devin are so much alike. They remind me a lot of each other. Just their whole energy about this sport of boxing. You know what I mean? And they're great friends, and you know what I mean. It's just like it's always a pleasure for me I've got a chance to see them spar numerous of times, and just to see them work and interact and you know what I mean, and kickboxing, you know what I'm saying? It's always a pleasure for me. You know what I mean? It's like watching two of the young greats,
Yeah.
early in their careers.
And they both sharp as hell. So I'm just trying to picture the sparring session.
Oh
So,
my God. Oh my God. Dev Shakur has always been like, like big bro to Dev. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
Growing up, because he was older than him. He was, I think a division up, and then Devin met him or something like that. But you know what I'm saying? Like that's something that the world is gonna eventually see them get together. My you know Shakur's management team, and Jay Prince, he's like a big brother to me. You know what I'm saying? He's
Dope.
been mentoring me through this whole process. You know what I mean? And with us, it's nothing but a big event to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's not
Hmm.
it's nothing personal. You know what I'm saying? Those
Yeah.
kids been working all their life. So one day, like Jay says, when everything is cleared up, Devin handle his business, Shakur handle his business, then that's something that the world will definitely the world will be a winner of. You know what I mean? Of getting a
Absolutely.
chance to see them guys.
And I'm looking forward to that. I
Yeah.
hope you have a wonderful Ramadan. Actually, my birthday is coming from April, so I'm trying to decide if I'm coming out to Vegas. So what I'm gonna do is actually April 1st. So take a couple
Happy
days.
happy
Yeah.
birthday, happy early birthday, Queen. But
Thank you.
make sure that you call us when you come out here. You know what
I
I'm saying? And
will.
you got a red carpet out here for you, Queen. I
I
appreciate
will.
you. And and
Thank
and, ch-
you.
and ch- check on me during Ramadan too, though.
I will.
Okay.
I'll be
All
sending
right.
you. I'll be sending you texts to make sure you're good. So